If you're eyeing the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 as your next laptop powerhouse, stick around because I'm about to reveal some glaring problems you won't hear in the typical shiny reviews. But here's what surprised me. Despite having specs that look like a dream on paper, a Ryzen 7 7435HS processor, 32 GB of DDR5 RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060. This laptop has some serious pitfalls that'll make you think twice before clicking buy. So if you want speed, power, and reliability, yet hate being left with buyer's remorse, you're in the right place, because the truth is not always quite so rosy. But don't worry, I'm not just here to rain on your parade. Stick with me for the full breakdown and a surprising twist at the end on why, despite all this, the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 might still be worth your hard-earned money. First off, let's get the basics out of the way. The Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 is packed with impressive tech specs that make it sound like an all-rounder for gamers, power users, and content creators. We're talking a 15.6-inch Full HD display with a buttery smooth 144 Hz refresh rate, perfect for competitive gaming and video editing alike. Plus, the 100% sRGB coverage means colors are vibrant and accurate, ideal for photographers and designers. The AMD Ryzen 7 7435HS processor is an 8-core beast, clocking from a base 3.1 GHz to a turbo boost of 4.5 GHz, paired with 32 GB of DDR5 RAM that promises to handle multiple applications effortlessly. And you get a massive 1 TB PCIe M.2 SSD for lightning-fast boot-ups and plenty of storage. So far, it sounds like the ultimate laptop, right? But here's where the plot thickens. Despite these headline specs, users are reporting thermal throttling issues that severely impact performance during intensive workloads. This means while the CPU and GPU can deliver powerhouse performance, the laptop's cooling system struggles to keep temperatures in check under sustained load. The bundled laptop cooler and folding radiator help, sure, but for a machine this expensive, you'd expect an internal cooling setup that isn't borderline inadequate. So what's really happening? The Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 uses a relatively slim chassis design which sacrifices heat dissipation capabilities, causing the processor and GPU to slow down to prevent overheating. Not cool, literally and figuratively, if we're being honest. Now, if you're wondering whether these heat issues only appear during gaming marathons or heavy video editing, unfortunately, it's not limited to just the big stuff. Everyday multitasking with several browser tabs, video calls, and creative apps can push the laptop to uncomfortable temperatures. This also makes the keyboard warmer than you'd like, which is a weirdly personal annoyance, but trust me, laptop warmth isn't exactly a feature you want to brag about. But here's the kicker, despite the heat, the battery life is surprisingly mediocre. For a device running an AMD Ryzen 7 and RTX 4060, many expected at least 6 to 8 hours of use. However, real-world testing indicates closer to 4 hours under moderate usage, which means this laptop is far from unplug-and-go convenience. Okay, so besides heat and battery woes, what about the design and build quality? Lenovo has a mixed reputation here. The LOQ 15ARP9 isn't flimsy. It's got a decent feel in the hands with a backlit keyboard, FN plus space combo for control, a decent array of ports including 3 USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 slots, USB-C 3.2 Gen 2, Ethernet, HDMI, and a headphone jack. Connectivity includes Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, which keeps you future-proof. However, users report that the keyboard has a somewhat shallow key travel, making long typing sessions less comfortable. It's almost like Lenovo wanted a gaming feel but ended up with a mushy typing experience, like biting into a sandwich and finding it's all bread and no filling. The display is sharp and vibrant, Yet the 300 nits brightness might struggle under direct sunlight, making outdoor use suboptimal. What about the software? It comes with Windows 11 Home, which is a plus because this OS has been optimized for gaming and productivity. It now supports Android apps and boasts improved window layout options. But Lenovo's pre-installed bundle includes the PCO notebook, folding radiator, and the laptop cooler, which can be seen as a nod from Lenovo, admitting their product needs external help to sustain performance. It's like getting a sports car that comes with a cash coupon for extra tires, because those stock ones might blow out halfway through the race. Now, who exactly is this laptop for? If you're a gamer who needs a balance of power and portability, but you're mostly playing shorter sessions indoors, the LOQ 15ARP9 might suit you thanks to the robust Ryzen 7 and RTX 4060 combo, along with that crisp 144Hz display. Content creators who want vibrant colors and fast storage might also benefit as long as they don't intend to push it to the thermal extremes for hours on end. But if you're someone who prioritizes all-day battery life, cooler operation, or a premium typing experience, you might want to keep searching because this laptop stretches your budget without fully delivering everything you'd expect at this price point around $1,660. Here's a little story for context. A friend of mine bought the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9, excited about its high RAM and dedicated graphics, expecting flawless gaming and editing. After a month, he ended up using it primarily on his desk with the cooling pad, frustrated by throttling during game launches and even multitasking lag after hours of use. He joked that his laptop was acting like it had a mild caffeine addiction, fast at first but crashing hard after some time. This highlights the real-world compromises not captured by flashy specs. So should you dismiss the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 entirely? Not quite. If you want a gaming-capable laptop with the latest Ryzen and RTX combo and don't mind managing the thermals with some extra accessories, it can still deliver bang for your buck. The 32GB DDR5 RAM and 1TB SSD provide ample speed and storage to future-proof your investment somewhat. Plus, Lenovo's reputable Windows 11 Home experience means you have a solid software foundation. The 144Hz screen is one of the highlights, delivering super smooth visuals that many laptops at this price lack. But you absolutely need to be aware that this machine requires patience or external cooling solutions to keep it running optimally during heavy tasks. And before you ask, yes, Lenovo offers decent customer support and warranty coverage, which is a plus if you run into issues with overheating or hardware. Still, a laptop this expensive should have nailed the cooling from the beginning so you won't spend extra time and money on add-ons. Think of it as buying a fancy suit that doesn't come with matching shoes. You could pair it with nice shoes separately, but shouldn't you have expected them in the box? Here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the laptop go to therapy? Because it couldn't handle the heat. Okay, lame but fitting. If you want to avoid buyer's remorse, here are some honest pros and cons. Pros. Powerful Ryzen 7 7435HS CPU with 8 cores and 16 threads gives solid performance for most applications. 32GB DDR5 RAM for smooth multitasking. NVIDIA RTX 4060 delivers strong graphical horsepower. Crisp 15.6-inch 144Hz display with 100% sRGB for vibrant visuals. Generous port selection for connectivity. Windows 11 Home with latest features and Android support. Cons. Cooling system insufficient for heavy workloads, leading to thermal throttling and potentially shorter component lifespan. Average battery life of around 4 hours. Keyboard feels shallow and less comfortable for long typing sessions. 300 nits brightness could be too dim for outdoor use. Bundled cooling accessories are a red flag rather than a bonus. One more joke before I wrap up. Why don't laptops ever get lost? Because they always mouse around. Okay, I promise that's the last one. To sum it up, the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 is a solid laptop with specs that can rival much more expensive machines, but it isn't perfect. Its main Achilles heel is heat management, which affects performance and comfort. If you're prepared to invest in additional cooling and mostly game or work indoors, it's a competitively priced option. However, if you want an out-of-the-box smooth experience with all-day battery and worry-free thermals, you might find better alternatives elsewhere. But here's my final take. Lenovo has a track record of evolving and addressing these issues with firmware updates in future models, so buying now might be a gamble with some promise. If you know what you're getting into and want to enjoy a powerful Ryzen 7 and RTX 4060 combo at a fair price, the LOQ 15ARP9 could still be worth it. For the latest deals, check the link in the description. Prices change quickly and often go on discount. Don't miss your chance to grab the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 if you decide it matches your needs after this review. Thanks for watching, and remember, a great laptop isn't just about specs on paper, but how well it handles your real-world, everyday hustle. Stay cool and happy computing.